You're watching Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Around Town is sponsored by Chemung Canal Trust Company. They're really nice people. Trust is their middle name. Service is their motto. And I like them a lot, and that's why I bank there. If you ever come by to look me up, I'll be in the vault. Safe place. As usual, I'm with two beautiful ladies. This one is Carolyn Schaeffer, and she's going to introduce her friend, and they're doing really nice work. And we're in Penyan, and this place is called the Pinwheel something.
The Pinwheel Market and Cafe by Billy's Pantry.
By Billy's Pantry. It's a long name to remember.
It is.
Now, you have to excuse me because this is all volunteer here, and it's all for a good charity, and it's all tax exempt. But they have scones and coffee and warm, hot, baked new things. And so I'm going to have a scone while you talk.
Okay.
If you don't mind my just eating and having a cup of coffee.
Oh no, that's what we want you to do.
I'm going to have a wonderful time just having a good time. So please go ahead.
Well,
Usually I try to hold hands.
But then you can't eat your scone.
No,
But
I
then
can't.
you can't eat your
No,
scone.
the problem, you notice how cold my hands are? They're always making fun of me for this, so thank you. Okay, bye, I'll leave you with them.
Well, hi, we're actually thrilled to have you here this morning. This is Peggy Soule. She's another volunteer at Millie's Pantry. And about that long name, we have Millie's Pantry is the charity, and the Pinwheel Market and Cafe is sort of the fundraising engine for that charity. We started in 2008, this market, and it did not look anything like it does today. It was pretty much a scone and a cup of coffee, and the proceeds from that.
It's a good scone.
Oh, everything here is delicious. Homemade by volunteers, made from scratch, everything here. So we started with just a few things, and through the years, since 2008, we've been able to have 150 local artists.
And where are you located? In Penyan?
Right here. I mean, Millie's Pantry is just a...
What's the address?
19 Main Street.
19 Main Street. And you're open when?
We're open every day except Sunday from 10 to 4. So
And if somebody wants to phone you or look on the web, do you have a website?
We do. We have it, millie'spantry.org, I'm sorry. And it's MILLY. And the phone number is 315-694-7350.
And they do such nice, they are such nice people. Wait till you come in here and meet them. And people are coming in all the time to have a scone and to buy things, because all of the things that you could buy are kind of homemade by artisans in the area.
They are. And we do have a lot of people that come in, not only our local residents in Penyan area and in Yates County, but our tourists who come back year after year after they find out what we do here. All of the proceeds, after the artist gets paid for their work, all of the proceeds go to support children in our county. Unfortunately, there's a high rate of poverty here, and we came to realize that problem and decided to do something about it. And we pack over 500 bags of food a week on Wednesdays. A week?
Really?
Yeah. On Wednesdays at the Baptist Church, because there's no space right here. And then they're distributed to children on Friday afternoon at school.
Wonderful. Well, let's take a tour and see what you have for sale. Can you explain as we go around and see?
Of course.
What do you have on the shelves around here and all around the back?
Well, we have all kinds of things. Behind us, we have cards that are made by local artists. Oftentimes, it's hard to afford one of the prints or an original oil painting, but they've made their originals into their cards. We have woodworking. This is a little Christmas tree here that has homemade wooden ornaments. There are, as you can see, wood carvings, paintings on the wall, a felt hat, candles. There are all sorts of different
Don't
things
forget the
here.
doll clothes, Carolyn.
Oh my gosh, the doll clothes. That's our best seller. I mean, it makes you want to play with dolls again. And that's from a woman who, Donna Wilbur, who lives in Watkins Glen. It's wonderful. They're over in the back there. And there's almost any kind of gift here. Plus, you have the added knowledge of that your $10 purchase has fed a child for the weekend. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. You know, good food and unique gifts. and feeding children. It's wonderful.
You both are really, I mean, because they deserve kisses because they're so nice.
Wow.
And you volunteer all your time here.
Well, Peggy does
Well,
an incredible amount of work.
But Carolyn really leads things. I get to coordinate a lot of the volunteers who come in and volunteer here. So I do my schedule and check with the people, and they're just amazing. And what they do, one person makes all the, does all the baked goods. Somebody, Susan Wolf, does all.
You got it
soups.
departmentalized.
Not departmentalized. Well, some people do everything. I'm better doing the cash and talking to people than I am in the kitchen. But if you get stuck, I can heat something up.
You're a charitable mogul.
Well, whatever there anyway. But the amazing thing are the people who volunteer here. It's just an incredible community. And I have made many good friends here just because I volunteered here. And I know other people have said, I want to get to know other people. And of course, a lot of people who want to help others have something in common.
Sure.
It's always nice to work on something that's larger than yourself. In today's day and age, we can become very self-absorbed. And working in a place like this, you realize that there are things that are more important and more things to do with your time that impact others. And Millie really was our inspiration.
This is more not a hobby, but a cause.
It is, really, and a cause that we love. I mean, somebody said to me, do you mind being at the market so many hours? And I said, it's like having lunch with friends every day, new friends and old friends. And so it's a wonderful opportunity to do something good and while you're having a good time.
And what other kinds of things do you sell?
Well,
you have shelves and shelves of all
I
kinds.
know, it's hard. It's obviously a lot of jewelry. We have all of these food products that are made locally. Salad dressings by Chef Dormann, and onion sauces and jellies, and jams and jellies, and coffee from Cuco Coffee Roasters.
Don't
olive
forget the
oil.
lunch. I mean, the lunch, the soups and the quiches.
And then we're sitting at a table here. We sell not only coffee and scones, but we sell quiches and homemade soups, and it's just sort of a comfortable place to be.
You want an old-fashioned soda? You should have seen us learning to make all of these wonderful things. It was better than a wine tasting.
We got machines for that?
Wow, recipes. And
Recipes.
we sort of mix it together, and it's wonderful. And we were testing them all out, and we kept saying, well, add a little more chocolate and add a little more of this, and it was better than any wine tasting I've ever been to.
You have a lot of fun here.
We do.
We do. We enjoy it.
I thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here because you're both just the sweetest, nicest people I've seen in Penn.
Oh, there are many, many, many.
But I'm with
very
you.
sweet,
I'm with you.
nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank
But
you.
thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really
Come and visit.
Please do.
The scone is delicious, and the coffee is good too. It's not just that watery kind; it's real coffee, and they have all kinds of homemade. You can get bargains here that are out of this world. You'll see you here. I'll be at this table having another scone.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
I'm Renata Steele, the news director and anchor at WENY TV News. This is home for me. I grew up in this area. I went to college here. I got married here. I own my home here. And having my family still here and those connections and those roots that I have here, I think give me a unique perspective and unique understanding about what is important to this community. This is home.
Life, it never stops moving, getting from here to there, managing long hours at work, juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online, bank with our mobile app, deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're watching WENY HD.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
They have conveniences of every possible kind here in Watkins Glen. And there's a place called the Finger Lakes Wine something and Cigar Emporium, and they're going to tell me what the real name is, because these are the two people who run it. They're married, and they have come up with this idea of having your own locker for your own wines, and they can get them from every winery, and they've got thousands of cigars to choose from with a special humidor. But I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell me how you came up with this idea. You look beautiful, kiddo.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you look all right too.
Well, I appreciate that.
He's got a voice that's an operatic voice. So how did you come up with this idea?
So we went to Napa Valley on our honeymoon. We went out, did a lot of wine tours. We saw that there was wine lockers out there. So we were talking to some individuals back here when we were looking at opening up our own business. And they says, well, you guys love wine. You like the Finger Lakes. Why don't you open up wine lockers? So
Now that means that people can buy wine, have it sent to you, and keep it here.
Yep.
Is that
Or we
right?
will actually pick it up from the winery for them.
And they can order through you by email.
No, they can't technically order through us, but they'll order it from the winery to just let the wineries know that that Finger Lakes Wine Lockers is going to pick up their wine for them, and we'll pick it up.
Now, why should they do that instead of having it in their own homes?
So a lot of people don't have the room for a wine collection or a large wine collection. A lot of people go out of town for the winter time, and you're forced to either drink your wine up or give it away, or take the chance of it spoiling while you're out of town. So
And you've got a humidified room, and
it's all climate controlled, humidity controlled room. It's all secured. Everybody gets their own private locker.
now you told me something a minute ago that fascinated me. You said you're working on wine-infused cigars.
Yep, so we're taking local wines from the Finger Lakes and we're actually infusing them into a cigar. So when you enjoy your favorite cigar, you'll actually enjoy your favorite wine with it at the same time.
Now, how do you do that? Do you take a hypodermic needle and squish in some wine in the cigar?
Close. So there's many different methods that you can do it. So we're doing a slow age process. So we're actually used the wine as a humidification system. And it will slowly go into the cigar and you'll get your favorite wine.
As this taste of the cigar.
You'll get a slight taste of the cigar, and it all depends on how strong you want the wine or how strong you want the cigars,
And
based on how long you humidify it for.
And you can do that with the client.
Yep, yep.
And you're going to do all of that here in this location.
All of it right here in this small location.
And the address is
108 West 4th Street,
in Watkins Glen.
Watkins Glen.
Phone number, cell, anything else they should know?
We have a cell phone, 607-483-2890.
And anything on the web?
Yep, we are at www.fingerlakeswinelockers.com.
Are you having a nice time?
Sure am.
Are you nervous?
No.
No, I didn't think you were nervous.
No.
Just regular. Now,
Follow us on Facebook at Finger Lakes Wine Lockers and Cigar Emporium.
Oh, we're on YouTube.
We're not on YouTube.
Well, you can be on YouTube
We
too.
could be.
Yeah. The more the merrier.
We could put a video of our first person smoking a wine-infused cigar and get the reaction.
You can use a copy of this interview.
That would be a
Also,
good idea.
Sell, sell, sell. Now, how do you get the word out to people? Are you working with many wineries?
Yep. So we've gone to about half the wineries roughly on the lake. We have emails with almost every single winery on the lake, and we do face-to-face visits to talk with the wineries and get them on board with us.
Is this a hard job to get everybody organized?
There's a lot of wineries, because we're not just doing the wineries, we're doing the breweries and the distilleries as well. So
And you're
when
gonna
you come to
keep-
the Finger Lakes, you don't enjoy just the wineries, you enjoy everything of the Finger Lakes.
Well, is there a place you don't stock beer
No,
from the breweries?
no. So we can put it in our wine lockers with our wine. It'll be kept at 55 degrees. It would never fluctuate more than 2 degrees within a 24-hour period. The thing about the beer is when you go out on a wine tour with your friends in your car, the beer's got to sit in your 120-degree trunk, and it can make it go bad. So we can actually leave it right at the winery where it's a little
You
more
got this
temperature
organized
controlled.
very well.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We're learning as we go.
Tell me, what is the necklace? Is that a heart?
There's 2 hearts.
2 hearts.
Yep.
One for him, one for you.
No, one's
The
from
kids.
my mom and one from the kid.
Oh, and what's yours?
Mine's the New York Yankees.
You're a Yankee fan.
Yes, my grandfather would roll over in his grave if I wasn't.
What do you do here for fun?
Play a lot of video games.
Drink wine and smoke cigars?
No, not so much. I like to enjoy the occasional cigar outside and watch the traffic go by, but we try to stay busy with just keeping up with the wineries and
Is it against the law for you to smoke a cigar inside this office?
inside this establishment, yes.
It is.
We can't drink in here either.
That's a New
because
York State law.
For the smoking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
There's ways around it and stuff, but it's not
Well,
something we want to look into. 'Cause
There are places in New York City that have humidification systems inside their stores
Yep.
to qualify to smoke inside an establishment.
yeah,
But this can be extremely expensive.
very expensive actually. The units are very expensive, and to apply for the permits and stuff is expensive.
And I'll tell you a secret. Baron Hilton, who was the head of Hilton, he's retired now, loves to smoke cigars. And in his office in a skyscraper in Los Angeles, he wanted to smoke, and the law forbid it. You couldn't smoke. So he had the entire office humidified just so he could smoke cigars, and he still does. Keeps him happy.
We'd like to think that we're very family oriented. I mean, we love our two kids, and our kids spend a lot of time down here with us.
And they don't smoke. Huh?
And not yet. Hopefully they never do.
Hopefully not.
So we wouldn't allow smoking in here, not with our two children. We want other people to be able to bring their family in here. My wife doesn't smoke, so
Well,
when she goes someplace, she doesn't want to smell it.
This is something when you're in the business of selling cigars, not to smoke is that good business?
I think inside it's one thing. So we're getting benches. We're going to put some stuff outside so that you can enjoy the beautiful weather here in the
So
Finger
you
Lakes and
smoke a
watch the
cigar
traffic.
outside?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, good. What's your favorite?
I like the Maker's Mark.
I don't know that one. Is that
It's a Maker's Mark bourbon. It's $6.50. It's very good. It tastes just like the bourbon.
Boy, you got it right there like that.
Yeah, that's my favorite cigar.
Do you know why they have bans on cigars?
Because of the Embargo Act with Cuba.
No. This goes back hundreds of years.
Are you talking the bans on the?
The bans on the cigars.
Uh-huh.
No, not bands, but bands. B-A-N-D-S.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The band, that cigar banned.
Okay.
That happened hundreds of years ago when people wore white tie and white gloves when they were going dancing or out in the evenings. And the ban was so that the cigar would not get off on the white gloves.
Ah.
I'm that old, you see. I know all.
And here I was. I just thought it was so you could tell the difference between your two cigars.
That's a good advertising point. But that's later on. This was hundreds of years ago when it started, and they kept going. And then it became an advertising thing. Now, if you take a Monte Cristo No. 1 from Havana, they have the same band as the Monte Cristo No. 1 forgery that they make in the Dominican Republic because of the embargo. So, but that'll change now. And you're going to have Havana cigars soon.
We are hoping so very soon.
You're going to be wealthy.
Hopefully enough to pay the bills.
When is this going to make a decision? When will there be a decision on Havana cigars?
So whether we're going to store it or when
Well, you're going to store it, I assume, once the clearance comes through.
Once everything comes
and that's
through.
about a month or two, isn't it?
I think so, but I'm not exactly sure the exact date.
Save me some.
Not a problem.
I'll
We'll enjoy one out on the bench.
I'll be back. I'll give you an advance
like a
order.
promise.
Good, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
She's such a good cuddler. That's why I sat here, because she's so pleasant, and I can interview the beauty before we get to the beast. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Make a mistake, what can you do? I'll be here having a puff. Maybe outside on the bench, right?
That's right.
Outside on the bench. Come by soon. Anything else they should know about phone numbers or websites? Ordering things?
I think we're going to be putting all of our cigars and everything on the website. You'll be able to see the 5,000 different brands of cigars that we can offer. So check out our website, look at all of our cigar accessories and all the options we offer for our wine storage.
And they are such nice people. Hurry up, I'll be here. Wait for you.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Life, it never stops moving, getting from here to there. managing long hours at work, juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online, bank with our mobile app, deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Let's go! It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn, so put your hands up. Don't be scared, take a chance. Come on, give me a hand. It's time to laugh, time to smile. Now let's get up and dance. Come on, everybody, let's live it up. Let it out if you can't get enough. This right here gonna make you jump, jump, jump. This is home. Hey, yeah. This is home.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Are you ready for some secret stuff? We've found a secret stuff place. And we're in Yates County at the Historical Society, is that right?
That's right.
And this is John Potter, who is the director, and knows all about old things. And in this place, you've got a lot of old things.
Oh, we certainly do.
But
We go
what
back to the 1860s
You
here.
can see, what are the secret?
Yes.
What are the secret old things?
Yeah, well, some of the very old
And can
things.
people come and see them?
They can see them. Some of the very secret old things that we have here are newspapers that go back to the 1840s. And that's what I have here on the table. These are bound. We're in the process of digitizing them so that they could actually look at them on the computer, but there's nothing like going through them and thumbing through them and reading the secrets of the most
Of the day.
risque things.
This was the National Enquirer of its day.
It was.
It was. But when you do this, don't you mar the pages, the newsprint fades?
We oversee the
Gotta wear gloves
the
or
browsing
something.
them. That's right. Yes, right. And then upstairs we have some more secrets that we'll see in just a little while to do with the Civil War, and World War II, and World War I.
What kind of secret stuff?
Well,
I love secret stuff.
I know that Yates County actually had an admiral of the U.S. fleet, and we have an exhibit showing him. And we had our own U.S. general, and we have 2 exhibit cases showing their service to the United States during those time periods.
Were they spies?
I don't think so.
Wish they were.
That would be
Now this is
the other secrets.
This is the parlor. That would be the other secret. This is the parlor of the home.
That's right. This is the front parlor, and there's 2 parlors downstairs here.
Now,
And-
why did people have front parlors and back parlors or down parlors?
Well, this would have been an upper middle class home, and to differentiate it from just a common everyday home, they would have a larger place that they would greet their guests, and in this case, it was for the physician's patients that were coming in here, so they could wait.
He was a doctor.
He was a doctor, and it was in the family of doctors up until the 1940s, when the place was willed to the village.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Was this the second parlor?
That is the second parlor.
And they had a dining room too.
And the dining room is attached to it, and we use that for another exhibit room.
That's behind here?
That's right through the door there.
It's very convenient, 1, 2, 3.
That's right, one after the other, and it allows us also to do programs in here, one to the other. Otherwise, we don't have room to fit a whole lot of people.
And what's upstairs? Used to be bedrooms.
Yes, there is a period bedroom up there, complete with the attire that would have been of the time period of the mid-1800s. There's a reading room upstairs, as well as a clothing collection and textile collection that is par none for Central New York. Another one of our little secrets here that people can see when they come visit.
What kind of things?
Clothing by decades, going back to prior to Civil War. And in fact, we have some that go back to the 1890s up through the 1990s, including go-go boots and mini skirts, part of all of our history, whether we like it or not, as well as those 1800 hoop skirts and different paraphernalia that the men wore too.
Now, when you talked about a bedroom that you have, and you said complete with paraphernalia, do you mean nightgowns and things like that?
Well, yes. Also, this was a house that was built without plumbing, so we also have...
No plumbing here?
There was no plumbing to begin with, that's right, until later years. And so everybody would have a washstand, and those are on exhibit. The finery of the women's attire is in there too, on exhibit. So there would be hats and jewelry.
And they were all handmade in those days?
Some of them were. Some of them were manufactured, but they were manufactured in the eastern part of the United States or in Europe, and we find many of those here that were imported.
With a nice house like this, and all of this history that you checked out, what about ghosts?
We have
You're
a
speechless.
ghost.
You have a ghost.
We do have a ghost. We have unexplainable things. And that's all I can say about it, because we can't explain them.
Like, what are they?
They are orbs that we see.
Orbs?
We are monitored here by a surveillance system.
Mm-hmm.
On occasion, we'll see orbs coming through the doorways.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
Have you checked it out?
As well as we can.
Just circles, in other words.
No, they look like softballs.
Do they move a lot?
They go from one end of the room to the other.
Where else would you find this? This is the craziest thing. You must have a lot of fun here.
Oh, we do. Yes. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't enjoy it. And
These,
really
these
loved
orbs
it.
don't harm anybody, though, do they?
No, they don't.
They're friendly orbs.
They seem to be.
They
Yes.
seem to be.
Right.
You haven't tested them yet.
Well, we have had the folks in that look for energy, you know, and look for strange goings on. And they do find that there's some excess energy here that's accounted for on certain occasions. Remember, this was a physician's home, so there could have been many things happening here that were undocumented. People in great pain, perhaps, or there could have been, that we're told, things that happened on the site before the house was built, because there was a tavern on the site before. Again, really inexplicable at this time, but it's fun.
I can imagine. Have you been here at night?
Well, we do, and we don't see anything.
You don't see anything
We
at
don't
night?
see, but we do hear things on occasion. Yes.
Like what?
Like steps on these old floors, and you know how they creak,
Yeah.
right?
You have more fun with these ghosts and things than anything else.
Well, it certainly is something to ponder when you come and visit, and just imagine, because we do have back stairs also here, and it makes us wonder really where these phenomena are coming from. That's our secret.
When are you open?
We're open Tuesdays through Fridays from 9 until 4, and during the summer on Saturday mornings.
And people want to call and find out information, they can call you?
They can call us, that's right, at 315-536-7318. We're also on the internet at yatespast.org.
I thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
You're a fascinating fellow.
Well, thank you.
Come and see if you can find the ghosts. I'm going to look at the stairs and see if we can point it. I want to see these things, these orbs coming through. This is going to be an exciting time. Where else do we get to do these crazy things? Anyway, if you come by, I'll be here looking for the ghosts.
You're watching WENY HD.